Not the one your mama warned you about, but the one she tried to take away from you. I am the twisted heel with sex appeal, your favorite human highlight reel. I am the straw that stirs the drink. I am the heat machine. I may be half the size, but I'm twice the man, and still talking trash. Not PG, but definitely an OG. I am the Mac Daddy Jimmy Rip. Well, first of all, I want to thank myself for that introduction. Second of all, welcome to the Rip Report. This is Rip the New One by me. These are my opinions, my views, and so forth. That's just some facts. Some facts are used. Some things are just opinions. Then sometimes I use spoilers. Any likeness there of anybody else's report, subjects, emails, posts, etc. is all coincidence. Otherwise, this is simply for your entertainment purposes only. So if I say something you don't like, I say something you didn't want to hear, I say something you flat out don't agree with, tough shit. I don't do this for you. I do this for people who actually want to hear an opinion about Raw, SmackDown, Impact, or anything that I talk about. It's just my opinion. It's just to give you another opinion out there. I've watched some of these people on the Rip Report. Scratch that. I watched some of these people on YouTube and their Raw reviews, their Impact reviews, their SmackDown reviews, their opinion on wrestling in general, and I don't know how you sit through them. I mean, I've literally, before I started doing the Rip Report, went through dozens and dozens and dozens of emails, reviews written on message boards. I watched people's YouTube videos of their reports on SmackDown Raw, and I can't even sit through them. I don't know how you people do it. So I'm giving you my opinion. This is totally my opinion. Like I said, sometimes I use facts given to me by other sites, by things I know are fact. I've given you spoilers, but mostly it's just my opinion. So, that being said, this is Rip the New One, and I hope you enjoy it. And before I go on with my Raw review, this is my review on last Monday Night's Raw. Today is the 26th, I believe, so this is just recently. The 24th, I believe Monday Night Raw was. I gotta say, I hate the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I don't hate the pay-per-view itself. I hate the fact that it's in between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, because you're almost guaranteed to see two new champions each time on both brands. I just wish it took place after WrestleMania. So, like, my ideal would be you have the Royal Rumble, and then you put the Money in the Bank pay-per-view in between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. So you just got the Royal Rumble, you have Money in the Bank, and then you have WrestleMania. And then if nobody catches in their Money in the Bank, you got 3 different briefcases floating around, which would bring, to me, in my opinion, some more and new appeal to the, what I think is fading, Money in the Bank gimmick. Because let's face it, every time you see somebody with Money in the Bank, you're almost guaranteed to see a new champion when they cash it in. And eventually, you're going to have to pick some sucker to be the one that doesn't win the belt when they cash in the Money in the Bank. So that's just my opinion on that. Now, as far as Raw goes, it starts off with a promo as usual. Every show starts off with a promo. What else is new? Edge comes out, always very good on the stick. Puts over that he hates the PG thing, which I love, because even though you're never going to see an end to it, the PG thing sucks. And if you've read any of my Rip reports, you know the PG thing is solely for the reason of the Benoit murdered suicide thing. And, you know, regardless of what he did, God rest his soul and his wife and family. I have no other statement to make on that. So, anyway, he says he also hates waiting, and he calls out The Miz. And then, of course, the Raw GM rings in, and Cole, with his usual heat over his dumb routine. And who can forget when Edge had the breakdown and had the fight with the GM's laptop. Then, by rule of the GM, there's a mini battle royal, which 3 guys get to come out and face Edge, and the winner would get the number 40 entry. Those 3 guys were Tyson Kidd, Jack Swagger, and Drew McIntyre. And one by one, of course, Edge eliminates all 3 of them. So none of them get their number 40 entry. And Edge teases that he's going to break the laptop again. And the new Nexus hits the ring. I'm so sick of hearing it called the new Nexus. Come up with a name for them, not the new Nexus. Call them the Nexi, the Straight Edge Nexus. I don't give a damn what you call them, but quit calling them the new Nexus. Anyway, the new Nexus hits the ring with Baby Batista. That's what I call him. And the usual heat promo for Punk. He's always does a real good promo. And a Cena chance ring out and so on. While the new Nexus talks, out comes the Core, which, aside from the spelling, I like that they came up with a different name rather than the old Nexus or the original Nexus or something like that. All those men stand in the ring face off. I'd love to see the Core and the Nexi, whatever you want to call them, build a huge feud to lead into what the WWE has yet to tap into, and that is the one match they haven't used, the War Games and the match beyond. I would love to see a good storyline build up of the Nexus versus the Core and have that build into a War Games match beyond. The WWE has never used that match. I have no idea why. I mean, I've even seen Jim Ross being quoted as saying that that's an untapped resource they've never touched into, and they have no idea. He has no idea why. But that would be an awesome storyline build up and payoff. And hopefully they wouldn't do the payoff within a week like they've been doing most storyline payoffs. It's getting a little ridiculous how they do the payoffs too soon. Anyway, so while the Nexus and the Core face off over who's going to be the winner of the Royal Rumble, the GM rings in again and makes a match where Barrett and Punk are going to face off, and the loser will lose the shot for his whole team to be in the Rumble, with a little catch, and that's John Cena, of course, being the referee. Let's see. Yeah, filler match for Morrison and Mark Henry versus Sheamus and Del Rio. I really can't stand how they're shoving Del Rio down everybody's throat. It seems like he's done about 20 interviews in the past 3-4 weeks alone where he's talked about his destiny is to win the Royal Rumble, and quite frankly, I'm getting sick of it. Like I said, I've never liked a filler match. I think it's just thrown together just to kill TV time. There's no real storyline behind this match at all. And I haven't heard any word, but it appeared as though Morrison tore his knee on a dive he did. Anyway, Del Rio gets Mark Henry in the finisher and gets him to tap out to win. You know, I liked it better when I did the results where I just did thought after thought after thought rather than reviewing Raw in the sequence in which it showed up on the TV. So I think that's what I'll do. So anyway, I must have heard Jerry Lawler say he wanted to smack Michael Cole about 1 million times. I'd love to see Lawler lay an ass whooping on Cole, because let's face it, I mean, he gets a lot of heat, but I think the majority of his heat is just because he is the living shit. And, you know, I know that that's just my opinion, but I also know that that's about the opinion about just about, I'd say about 70% of the people who watch Monday Night Raw. You know, and after the whole angle where he caused Jerry Lawler the title and all that, I really believe that he should get him in the ring. Should get an opportunity to get his hands on him. And that would be a great little sequence to throw in at WrestleMania. You know, you build it up and have Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole to settle it, and have just Jerry Lawler just whoop the shit out of Michael Cole. That would just be so funny and so entertaining to watch. Because much like many other people, I'm one of those people that would love to see that. But like I said, that's just me. I actually hear that just as much as 5 days before Royal Rumble, they don't have a set